We have a repeat guest on our platform, Rashmi Kashyap. Earlier, she was hosted on our TGV Hindi. And to get to know a little bit about her, she's an educator with 25 years of experience. And she's a soul embracing positivity's transformative power. From educator to career and parenting counselor, she guides individuals to be confident, motivated, and be their best selves. A travel enthusiast and advocate for sustainable travel, she shares her experiences to inspire others. As a writer, speaker, and poet, she champions soul strength, women empowerment, and a progressive mindset. So you can also explore her wisdom on soulspiritblog.com. I repeat, soulandspiritblog.com. You'll find the link in the show notes. And she has over 12,000 followers on Instagram as of this recording date. I'm sure it will fortify by the time this episode gets released. And she amplifies her message of positivity every day on Instagram. So, as we prepare to delve into our conversation on the topic at hand, unleashing soul power and inner strength is an exciting twist as always. So, let us tickle the brain of our guest. So, Rashmi, get ready for a rapid fire round of random words. I'll mention a few, and I would love to hear the first thing that comes to your mind in response without thinking much. Are you ready for it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm ready. And before we start, let me thank you for inviting me here on this very, very well-renowned platform for the podcast. I've gone through your pages, Instagram, Facebook, and your website. My God, what a range of speakers you have interviewed. It shows the dedication and hard work you have put in for many years. I wish you all the best. And thank you once again for inviting me here on The Guiding Voice.
And pleasure is mine. And for those of you who is watching or listening to this episode, we have already hosted Rashmi's spouse, Mr. Colonel Tarun Kumar already. So we'll put the link to his episode as well. So thank you. Thank you, Colonel Tarun, for introducing
you are joining
me.
us here also.
All right. So let's get started and let's get the ball rolling for the first rapid fire round. Here comes my first word, curiosity.
Curiosity is the first step to gain knowledge. Unless and until you are curious, you will not look for something. And eventually you will become aware of the things and you will start learning.
Wow. Invention.
Invention is the byproduct of gained wisdom. Once you are curious, you gain wisdom, you gain knowledge, you research, and then invention has to be there.
Future.
Future is always bright. We must look for the brighter things in life. So future is always brighter. And I think it is going to be more technological.
Book.
Book is a treasure of knowledge and wisdom and a very, very effective tool to gain success in life.
Awesome. Movie.
Entertainment, and entertainment. Nothing else. Watch it, forget it.
Yeah, same with me. I'd like to add one point here. I don't remember even a single part
because
of
I'm not saying it for documentaries and educational movies. Movie is like cinema, so it is entertainment.
Exactly. Same with me. I just watch it, forget it, and next day if you ask, sometimes I forget the title also. Right? That's how it is. Okay. Next word is food.
Food has to be fresh, organic, and if possible, sattvic.
Universe.
Universe is a blessing. I think it is a blessing coming from God. Universe is so grand and it gives you everything. You should know how to ask for it.
Yeah. Leadership.
Leadership is a skill basically to, I think, convert more leaders, to prepare more leaders under your belt. And it is not for everybody's cup of tea. Because mostly people work for themselves and leaders, they work for others.
Wow. I love it. Leaders work for others. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
And next one is role model.
Role model to me, presently, I'm very, very impressed by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi.
Yeah.
And Guru, Sudha Murthy,
Mm-hmm.
all these people are role model in themselves. Very simple life,
Yeah.
yet so impressive and so effective. They live the real life, the simple life, and so much of energy.
Yeah. Positive
We learn
energy, and
everything.
we see
Yeah.
that aura around them, right?
Yes, yes. Look at the age of Prime Minister Modi and see what kind of work he's doing. So
Yeah.
he's definitely a role model for everyone out there.
Couldn't agree more. And here comes the last one, success.
Success is not definitely being rich and famous. sadly, sadly, whenever we talk about success, we only talk about, being rich, famous. To me, success is doing something in a better manner. And when you
Hmm.
finish a task, you are successful. For a child who is learning how to walk, every day
Hmm.
he's putting efforts. One fine day, he walks on his own. So he's successful.
Yeah.
A person who is learning to ride a bicycle, one fine day he does it
Yeah.
without his father's support, he is successful. It's not only when you become rich or you become something or you earn loads of money, then only you are successful.
I have a
So
follow-up question
completing
on
a task.
success. Has your definition of success changed over a period of time? What success
Yes.
used to be in your 20s versus 30s versus now?
Yes. Definitely it has changed. Once I was in my college, I was doing my fashion designing. To me, success was to create a dress which a very, very famous model can wear. And I created one.
Hmm.
So, and then success was something to get good marks, to get some position. And then success was like to bring medals, in university. Whatever I'm doing, I should be known. Success is, bringing first prize in annual days, annual functions. And then success, it keeps on changing. And now success to me is when I am able to make others happy
Yeah.
and successful. When my children are doing good and they are successful, when my husband is successful, I am satisfied. And this is my success because I was, instrumental in their success in some or other way. And if as a team, when my team does good, when my boss gets, appreciation,
Yeah.
then it is also a success as a team worker. It's my success.
Great perspective. And thank you so much for participating in the first rapid fire round so sportively. There is one more rapid fire round waiting towards the end. And this format is similar to TGV Hindi, but the
Oh my
questions will
God.
be a little different. Okay. So, in the meantime, let me welcome the audience. So, folks, welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series where we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. I'm your host, Naveen Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place through valuable discussions that add value not only to your life, but also to your career. And thank you so much for tuning in. And Rashmi, hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice English. How are you today?
Fine, fantastic, feeling awesome.
All right, so let's get the ball rolling with the main questions. And here comes my first one. It is about your success mantra. So please talk to us about the top 3 things that have contributed to your success so far.
Oh my God. First of all, with so much of gratitude and humbleness, I would like to say that I'm a very ordinary person, yet not tasted the success, the so called success, in any sphere of life. But yes, when we strive for success, we walk towards a path, we have certain milestones. So, whatever milestones I have achieved so far, the top 3 things which help me reaching there is first of all, self belief, believing in myself. Whatever I am doing, whatever the goal I set for myself, it was achievable or not, what I want from my life, what was the clarity of the whole purpose behind it. So, self belief is very important. Unless and until you don't believe in yourself, you cannot do anything in life. So, next is the fearless attitude, the daring attitude towards life, to live life fully. I love, doing experiments. I never am scared of, trying new things in life. And this adventurous streak, this independent streak of myself, and never ever being scared of anything in life has given me so much abundance. I can try new things. I'm never, thinking that I should not do this or I should do this. This is tried and tested. I should only move towards this side. No, this is not my way of life. So, and I think second thing is, I have got a very sound upbringing by my parents. Thanks to them for giving me such good values in life, the core values, which help me sail through all the problems, all the challenges, whatever came in my life. Thodi aayi, jada aayi, but whatever challenges were there, I could sail through easily because my character was strong. The upbringing which I got from my parents, from my elders, were so strong that I need not to do anything. I just had to believe in myself. And I kept my self-esteem, self-respect, and self-worth at priority. If I was not happy somewhere, I just couldn't survive there. And I left that place and found a new place to, grow, to nurture myself. And last but not the least is I never follow the crowd. Being in a trend and doing what others are doing and follow a power lobby, being part of some, group and do things. I could never do that. Whatever, was good to me, I did that.
Superb. Self belief, fearlessness is the first one, and second is about the value system out of sound upbringing by parents, and the third one is never follow the crowd, never.
Yeah, it was like clarity of purpose, goal. Exactly. Yeah, hard work, 100% commitment. Whatever I'm doing, it is like always I'm doing my thing. I never look up to others. It is always 100% dedication.
Yeah. And this podcast is not just about the success stories and about the rosy picture. I would also like to understand some of the challenges that you have undergone in your 2.5 decades of professional career, or anything. If you could share something on personal front also, that is fine. But what are the challenges?
No, actually, challenges were not as such which were different than others. It was normal challenge as everybody, faces in life. First and foremost challenge was, if I talk about my professional life, it was like I was married to an army officer. I'm married to an army officer, and we kept on moving places after every 2 years. There was no stability in life. So the stability factor was missing. Because of that, being a fashion designer, I could not do certain things. And during those days, when I passed out, there was no CAD, there was no computer education as such. And we could not do the freelancing sitting at home. There was no work from home culture. So I had to leave that option because I wanted to stay with my husband. So it was always, I had to choose. And what I wanted, I chose that. I wanted to stay with him and enjoy the experience of this beautiful life as a married couple. So I did not think much about my career goals. I could do many things in life, So that clarity I had, that there will be other options, but there is no other option. If you are in a marriage and you are not staying with your husband, you are not enjoying the togetherness, there is no other option. For career, you can still do so many things. Yeah. You can learn, you can adopt new skills. And that's what I did.
Super. I think this is a portion which all the youngsters have to rewind, re-listen or rewatch, because many people are compromising or sacrificing their life.
It's always about your priorities. What is priority? Right now, you should think about it very clearly, and you should be responsible for your decisions. You cannot blame somebody else, whether it works against you or works in your favor. It is ultimately your decision, and you have to live with it.
Super. Now let's start getting in deeper into the core of today's conversation. We will start with soul power. So what does soul power mean to you, and how has it influenced your journey in life?
Okay, soul power to me is like, it is the mover of the life. Basically, soul is what? Soul is the mover of the body. You see a car. Okay, there are many cars parked in front of your house. Like somebody will have Maruti, some may have, Duster. There is Mercedes, there is Fiat, Ambassador, and lot many cars. And you recognize them by their logo and company name, right?
Yeah.
But there are expensive cars also, and there are not so expensive cars also. But they will run only when you fill the fuel in it, right?
Yeah.
They cannot run on their own. So similarly with our body, there is a rich person, there is a poor person, there is a fully grown person, there is a handicapped person. Nobody can move without a fuel. So soul is like that power. Soul is already a power in itself. We always say soul power. So soul itself is a power because it is a power to breathe. It is a power to do all those vital operations in life which we do, to nurture, to grow, to think, to take decision in life. We need this power all the time. We need this power. Now soul power is responsible for many things. Like some people, they have their soul inclined towards the material realm, while others, they have the inclination towards the spiritual side. So now it is up to the person what kind of power he accumulates and how he uses his soul. Like if you go the traditional way, you see that when we talk about power, it is always about money, fame, status, wealth, net worth. But now, if you talk to an evolved person who gives much importance to soul power, because this is internal power.
Yeah.
What all I have just mentioned is external power. So internal power means to grow towards the higher self, to become more conscious towards you, to drive within and get that power and utilize it for a better purpose, for a greater wisdom in life, so that you don't do things for yourself only, you do it for others, for the universe. So this is what is soul power. And today, soul power is the future. Everybody needs it. People have understood that the world has become so polluted, so complex, that if we are not clear and we don't have that strength within us, it will be all over for us very soon. We cannot fight with so much of vices out there unless and until we are strong within ourselves.
That is clear. Let's talk about the second part of the conversation, which is about the inner strength. So please share some examples of how cultivating inner strength has positively impacted your decision making and resilience.
Inner strength is what? Inner strength is that strength which gives you the wisdom of thinking what is good, what is bad.
Yeah.
So basically, it makes us immune to the temptations and shortfalls of external powers, right?
Yeah.
And paradoxically, it is very, very strange that those who believe in inner power, they automatically get the external powers.
Yeah.
If you see the people, those who are doing very good in all spheres of life today, the influencers or the motivational speakers, they don't have anything which they have to earn. Like they don't have factories, they don't have name and fame, like which they are getting from the ancestral. They were very simple people. They don't have wealth, they don't have network, but still people love them and people listen to them. Why? Because they talk about those things which a person who has all the external power cannot speak about it, cannot talk about.
Yeah.
So it is very strange that when you have all these powers, all other external powers of this universe, they start following you. It is something like if you run behind money, money will go somewhere else. And if you don't think about money, just keep on doing your work, money will follow you. You will not even come to know when you start earning through your skills and the things which you used to say just as a person. You used to sit there and used to inspire people. People have liked those ideas, people have read your books, they have followed your path, and one fine day you come to know and they told you, okay, oh, we used to listen to you and now we are earning and we are much sorted person. I am very clear what I want in my life. My personal life is sorted out and I can do better things in life. Thank you so much. And they would like to give you something in return. So you will say, wow, this I never imagined that my preachings and my teachings and my experience will bring so much of happiness in somebody else's life. Now it is up to you whether you want something in return or not. I'm just giving you an example. So that's how it happens when you are focused towards your internal powers. You don't think about what world is offering you, and you are out of that rat race. You are not into that competition, and you are no more comparing yourself with others. You are focused, and you know what you want from this life. You spread happiness, you spread positivity, and this is what leaders of the nation and all other nations look for nowadays, because they know that there are so many problems we have to fight, and unless and until people will not be at higher self, they will not be able to fight. Like terrorism, what is that? How can a person kill someone so brutally? Because he has not been taught in the schools about this power of God, about this connection with God. So if he was put into meditation, if he was put into some good literature, if he knew how to read shlokas, how to chant the mantras, he would have never killed a person.
Yeah.
So this is what is missing in today's life, and this is what the leaders of the world today have also realized, that from school, from childhood, we have to change the entire education system, and we should not teach them about wars and battles and weapons, and we should teach them more about why we are on this earth and what is the purpose of this life.
That's clear. I think you have explained exceptionally well. And let's move to the next one. Let's dive a bit into the relationships. So nowadays, relationships are not as strong as they used to be, not just in India, but everywhere. It is the same case. So what are the biggest challenges people face in maintaining healthy relationship with their family and friends? And what are some of the strategies you would suggest as a relationship expert?
I think the basic thing which is missing in today's world is the communication, the effective communication, because people are so busy in their world. It is not that they don't communicate intentionally. It is just that they don't feel the need of communicating with their partners. Whether it is a sibling relationship, whether it is husband, wife, or living in relationships, or your, co-workers, friends, family members, extended family, we don't feel the need of communicating. Why? Because we think that क्या करना है बात करना जरूरी क्यों है, कोई कुछ तो बताता नहीं है, सब बिजी हैं अपने में. This is what we generally say when it comes to communication. So when there is no effective communication, then there is no better understanding. So there is lack of understanding. And when you don't communicate, you don't sit together, you don't plan things, you don't do things where the involvement of two people is there. So basically, you are living an isolated life, having a partner, and you don't know that what is he doing, and the partners are having their separate goals. And if there is a weekend, they don't go together. He has his own friends, she has her own gang, girl gang, and very happily they are going out and having a ball of a time, not realizing that there was no need for others if they both could have gone together out and have a good time. Because that is the only thing what we are doing in a relationship. Why we are in a relationship? Because we needed some company, right?
Yeah.
We needed some company. We needed a companion with whom we can talk, with whom we can, do things. But if having a companion, still you are going out and searching for happiness, there is no point. So one thing is this. And then lack of trust and faith. We don't trust people anymore. Relationships are more like a business deal nowadays. Gone are those days when people used to trust each other. Now everybody is so influenced by social media and these TV serials and Netflix, and they think that everybody is scheming against them. So life is not simple anymore. And then third thing what I feel is we want to extract maximum from a relationship. We don't act as a giver. So we always look for what the other person is contributing in a relationship. And that is the focus area. Instead of seeing that what he or she is doing, you should see what you are giving, what you are investing in a relationship.
Yeah.
So unless and until you don't invest without asking something in return, the relationship will not thrive and strive.
Well
And
said.
now I'm coming to the second part, that strategies. So it is very simple. Start communicating, share day to day things, simple things. Just pick up a phone call if the person is away and talk,
Yep.
whatever you feel like. And then keep it real and simple. Don't set the bar too high. Don't have so many expectations from a person. Like, for example, if he's your husband, don't expect that he can be a good chef also. He can click beautiful pictures for your Insta feed, and he should look like a model. He may have a beer belly, and he may not a very good cook. So accept him as he is. Don't look for perfection. So stop comparing him with those social media influencers.
Yeah.
And support each other. Security and trust is the vital factor. Bring that into your relationship. I
Super.
think I've covered most of the
Open communication is not just about personal relationships. In fact, it helps in professional relationships also.
Yes.
And second point which caught my attention is about this giving. And right, most
Yes.
often we always look at, okay, what is it I'm going to get? What's in it for me?
Yes.
I interviewed an author of a book, The Go-Giver Advantage, and he mentioned a lot of great things about the positivity of giving something to others, right? So, and how it can create positive ripple effects within the society and within the giver as well as receiver. So I'm blown away by that, and thank you for mentioning.
I'll just give you an example here if time is there.
Yeah.
I'll just give you a simple example. Like the first thing which you said, open communication. I have seen in professional sphere also. It is not only happening in family affairs or in personal domain. It happens in professional sphere also. I have seen co-workers sulking every day and going through a tough time. They are suffering, but they are not communicating to their bosses. They should tell them. So many times it happens that boss is not aware of what is happening out there at lower level, because the middle level is reporting them, and they can be biased. They may not tell them the real situation. So it doesn't take much to just go walk up and knock the door and just ask for 2 minutes interview and tell what you feel and what are you going through. There may be some solution, but unless and until you will not communicate, boss will not come to know, and he or she will think that you are not happy. You are not capable of handling a task, and you will be sidelined because you don't execute that kind of confidence, right? So communication is very important.
All right, I think that's a great conversation so far, and again, let's talk more about this relationship part. And you mentioned that in fact you have highlighted a lot of stuff which is happening in and around our community in with regard to spouses, right? They are going along with their own friends, and they're probably not as close as they are supposed to be. And let's take the other way around, wherein somebody is too much intruding into somebody else's place, and this spouse is trying to be private, right? So which means we need to draw some sort of boundary, right? So can you share a time when this maintaining healthy boundaries played a crucial role in your relationships or in any of your clients' relationships? Okay, whoever has approached, and in maintaining confidential, you don't have to disclose their names or any details as such.
Yeah. So yes, Naveenji, there are many couples, those who had to face divorce just because they could not maintain the healthy relationships, and there was no way we could make them understand that it is very important to give respect to the other person. The wife was hell-bent upon, like, my husband doesn't do this for me. He always sits with his friends. He keeps on chatting with them. He goes out a movie with them, but he doesn't respect me anymore because I'm like not very beautiful, or I'm not working. It can be any reason, but this problem was with the wife, and husband was saying that I need some space. She doesn't understand that just because I'm her husband, it doesn't mean that I will tag along everywhere she goes. I need my privacy. I need my space. I need my friends. Because the kind of jokes I crack with them, I cannot do it with her. But she doesn't understand. She doesn't seem to, accept few things. So this was the prime concern. And it was so difficult to pacify the situation.
Mhm.
So what I want to say is boundaries are very important. And healthy boundaries determine what's not okay in a relationship. It can be with friends, it can be with family members, it can be with partners, co-workers, your bosses, anyone. Ideally, we put them in a place to protect our well-being.
Yeah.
And they help us to build trust, safety, and respect in a relationship. And moreover, I think it ensures the mental peace, which is very important. Because unless and until you are not mentally at peace when you are at home, when you return from work, and if you don't get your peace of mind, it will not work for long. You will be burnout. So it is very important for us to understand that there has to be some limit to ask questions. For example, if husband comes back from home and wife serves the tea, or aajkal to wives are not serving anymore, there are always house help, but still she comes and sits and give her company. And the moment husband sips, wife starts, what were you doing whole day? You did not call me. Where were you all day? What was that meeting all about? Okay, how long it went, this, that, blah, 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 and not realizing that it is none of her business. I mean, just because you are wedded to someone, that doesn't take away the right of that person to keep certain things with him only. And same thing for mothers. Like, as a parenting coach, I keep on meeting many young children, and they always crib about their mothers, that mothers, they don't maintain boundaries. Whenever we go out on a date or with our friend, they keep on pestering us with questions, and after every 5 minutes they keep on calling. So this is what we are doing. We are taking our children for ungranted. Just because I'm a mother, I am at authoritative position, that doesn't mean that I will just bother my child with so many questions: where he's going, how he's spending his pocket money, who is his best friend, how is that girl, for how long he was talking. I mean, these are all petty issues. We should not get into all this, and we should respect the other person's perspective, and we should give him the space which he needed. And be patient. That person will come and they will share what they want to share. So you should not be in hurry always to know everything. And you should not show this is the kind of, love people think that, oh, if I'm asking too many questions and if I'm getting too personal, it means that I'm very close and I'm very caring. No, this is no caring. This is no caring. You should wait for the other person to open up and to give you that kind of freedom, so that you can know something about his or her life. And same with the co-workers. If you are sharing a room, for example, when I was working in a school as a teacher, then in staff room there were many teachers who used to always ask personal questions. Where were you? How did you spend your birthday? Okay, you can tell we did a party. Who all? Did you invite them? But you did not invite me. Why didn't you invite me? So I mean, this is how we cross the boundaries. Right. This we should not do. And this comes with practice. Nobody teaches us in the school. Nobody teaches us in the family also. Unfortunate part is that. So we have to learn this.
These are some great examples. I think people can relate to.
It's like day-to-day examples, exactly. Because I'm not going to speak Roman here. I will give you just simple examples. From these small things, the problem starts escalating. If we don't fix it right, then it becomes a big issue then.
I think we have to start giving attention to these things which we take for granted in a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about your secret. Ever since I started talking to you, I've been following you on Instagram, on various social media platforms, and I've been watching your moves in terms of, you have been posting a lot of great content. One thing what intrigued me is being in the present, right? You're always like, whatever you do, you're engaged and you're 100% there. So please share with us, are there any specific mindful practices or rituals to engage in, to stay present and connected to the world around you? Because I see that you give 100% to what you are doing at that moment.
I think that comes with the army background. Being in army, like being in the present, in the moment, is in our DNA, because there is no other way out. We have to enjoy this moment. Next moment, we don't know what's going to happen. Though our husband work in army, they are the ones who are in uniform, but as a better half, we also live the same life, and we also have the same fears, the same uncertainties. I will just give you an example. We were sitting and chatting, and there was a party going on, and there was a newlywed couple, and we were celebrating their marriage. And all of a sudden, the phone rang, and husband picked up the phone, and he got orders from his commander that the new officer, just wedded 15 days before he had brought his wife to the station, he had to move to Kargil within 24 hours. So he did not break the news then, but with his facial expressions, we could make out that there is certain sense of urgency is there. And he called that officer outside, and they both had a conversation. And when that officer came back, his wife could sense, though she was a bride, but she could sense that something is wrong. And then later on, when we all had food and all, so we kept on sitting there, and my husband was a commanding officer then. So we stayed back, rest all the guests, they went. And then slowly my husband broke up the news to the bride. And I could feel her situation at that time. So this is what being in the present, I learned from there. Whatever happens, you don't have control on situations. You don't have control on time. You cannot control what is going to happen next moment. So what is in your control is the present. So make full use of it. You never know what is going to happen next. You are taking this breath. Next breath you are going to take or not. You don't know that. So might as well enjoy whatever life is giving you. And you should always feel gratitude rather than looking at those things which you don't have or you aspire. You start looking for happiness in the things which you have, the people you have, the children you have, the things you have, the nature, the birds, the butterflies. And if you go to travel, don't think that, oh my goodness, how I wish I could have traveled to that situation because of, financial implications. I could not. So whatever place you are visiting, you are standing there, just look around yourself. See, there will be something which will inspire you, which will give you happiness. And next thing is, don't multitask. I don't believe in this multitasking all the time. Though we always say that all the women is like, are like Ma Durga, they have 8 hands and 10 hands, and we keep on giving them more work by telling them this, but this is not good enough. This is not good in long term. They feel burnout at the end of the day, and they find that they don't have time for themselves. They keep on doing so many things to just make people happy. So do one thing at a time. Do it perfectly. Perfectly means fully. It's not perfection. It is just enjoy that thing. Enjoy the process. Don't think about the destination. Why I'm doing, what I'm going to get in return. And then gratitude. Those who are always in gratitude, they are always happy people. And acceptance. Accept the things. That is the biggest problem today with this generation. They are not accepting. In fact, they don't accept that they are not tall. They don't accept that they don't have got fair skin. You should accept that God has given you this skin, whatever skin color you have, whatever height you have, whatever physical attributes you have, whatever capacities you have. If you have some limitations, accept those limitations and try to work on your strengths. So the minute you accept the way you are and what you have, you are a happy person. You are a mindful person. Don't think about those things which you don't have. What you are doing, you are ruining what God has given you. And you are disrespecting that God. Thank Him every day for everything you have in life.
Perfect. I loved every example, and this has been fabulous conversation.
I'm too philosophical, but I'm sorry I am like that. This is the mantra of my life. because I have seen life with such close quarters. We have lost such beautiful, wonderful friends. The minute they were here and next minute they were not there. You know, they got shot here and
got it. It makes sense. And over a period of time, like everybody might see this philosophical perspective.
Yes.
But
we keep on planning.
It all depends.
We keep planning for so many things, but we don't know what's going to happen the next minute.
Right.
So enjoy this life.
Yeah, sure. So very well said. And with that, let's move to the second rapid fire round. I'm going to kick off the second rapid fire round with a set of intriguing questions. If you are ready, let's get started, Rashmi.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's spice up the episode further. And here comes the first bullet out of the second rapid fire round. If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
This quote I will tell in Hindi because this is my father's favorite quote, and I will say it in Hindi. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So it means that you should be so, great that God should ask you, what do you want, my child? I will give you. Be that great. Be that good person in life.
Nice. Awesome.
My father used to speak so much.
Very nice. And here comes the next one. If you could have dinner with a celebrity, who would it be?
I think I would have dinner with Hrithik Roshan. I just love him for his dedication. I love him for his physical fitness and everything about him.
And wish you good luck. I'm sure you'll get there with the upcoming books and with all other stuff happening. You might get an opportunity. And can you describe yourself in just one word?
Yeah, soul and spirit. That's my identity on internet also. And soul is me. I am the power. I am enough. I am life. And spirit is, I think, when the 12 powers of soul, when we connect it, link it with mind, and then we get everything clear in life. It is like wisdom, life, strength, and thinking abilities, your karmas. All these 12 powers of soul. So I would call myself soul and spirit.
Nice. And if you win $1 billion lottery, what would you do with that money?
If I win, then first of all, I will travel the world because there are many places where I want to go. So I will like to travel the world. And then I would make a place, an open space where there will be halls where people can come and do whatever they feel like, because in this world there are many people who are deprived of this privilege of having their own house, and they want to do so many things, like they want to sing, they want to dance, they want to learn music, they want to write a book, they want to meditate, but they cannot do because there is no place for it. They are living in dingy quarters, in very crowded places. So for them, that will be a retreat center where they can come, relax, do their things, and go back with the energy and enthusiasm to live life.
Let's manifest.
It's just, that's how I think.
Awesome.
It should be.
And Rashmi, here comes a bomb. Tell us one secret that you have never shared online with anyone.
First of all, let me tell you, I never share many things in, online.
Okay.
It is just one part of my life because I'm a blogger, writer, and I keep doing things. So as a speaker, I have to share few things. There are many things of my life which I have not shared. So I have not shared, like, I'm a very, very courageous person. And I love the free spirit, and I want to be one day, I want to live like a queen who has got entire kingdom, and wherever she wants to go, she can go. Whichever food she wants to taste, she can taste. Whichever flower she wants to smell, she can do. And then she comes back and sleep and forget about it. After the experience. So this is one secret you can say. Just for your podcast,
That's a smart answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just made it here,
Yeah, I can.
Otherwise, no secrets.
Fair enough. Yeah, let's fire the last bullet. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you'd like to see or invent yourself?
Electronic gadget. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I've just lost my father last year. So
Mhm.
if I have to invent something, I will invent a device with whom I can connect to spirits,
Oh, yeah.
because I wanted to talk so much to my father and he wanted to speak to us, to say so many things to us. So I want that somehow I could connect to him and he should open his heart out and we can talk to him every
Mhm.
now and then whenever we feel like.
Recently, I interviewed a guest on English platform, and unfortunately, her spouse passed away. And she
Okay.
said her husband is walking into her dreams, and they're still connected, and they talk to them
Mm.
on daily
Yeah,
basis.
yeah. It happens.
I
It
was
happens.
intrigued. I
It
I didn't have
happens.
any words to express.
I didn't want to be sound very serious, but it's true.
Yeah.
Because since I've lost my father, I never felt, he's not around. He's
Yeah.
always with me. He's
Mhm.
always with me, and I can talk to him.
Yeah.
He guides me, and he praises me whenever I do something. And today also, when I'm doing this podcast interview with you, he's there, up there, watching me, and then later on, he will tease me. You said this. You said this. You were talking like this. I know my father so well.
Yeah, and that's an
I miss
emotional.
him so much. I
Yeah,
miss him so much.
and sorry to hear that. And I wish that kind of device comes true. Yeah.
I should bring him back on earth and I should tell him, stay with my mom. She's not at all happy alone.
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel for my mom
Hmm. I
because
get.
we are all busy in our families.
Yeah.
It is who she has to bear this loss every day, every second. They were in love.
I
They were in
understand.
love so much, yeah.
I
But my
totally
mom
get.
is a brave lady.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
and
very
and may
composed.
the Almighty give her much more power, and may
Yes,
your
yes,
dad's
yes,
soul
yes.
rest in peace. And I wish you truly connect to his soul with that device. And with that, let's flip back to the mainstream, Rashmi. So please
Thank you.
share with our audience what is one piece of advice that you would like to give to all the youngsters or those who want to really make big or shine in whatever they do.
Okay. So, first of all, in today's world, I believe you should never give advices, because free advices, nobody cares. Nobody even values those advices.
Mhm.
And it is said that you should only give advice when people want it. But
Mhm.
since you have asked, and I think many people, those who really respect the speakers and people like us, they will take this advice
Yeah.
seriously. That life is full of adventures. Life will bring you happiness and sad moments. So be patient and don't raise the bar too high. Don't be
Mhm.
harsh on yourself. Be patient. Everything will come to you. Today's generation, they want everything in a very super fast manner. Just like they grab fast food, they
Yeah.
want fast success, they want fast money. So nothing is fast. Everything takes its time. And there is a journey, there is a song. If Have you ever seen a river when it
Yeah.
flows, a stream, how nice it sounds?
Mhm.
But when you go near a dam, it is full of noise. You will not say, oh, I like this, the way the water is coming down. You are scared.
Yeah.
If these walls get broken, then what will happen? It will be flood,
Yeah.
and the areas will be submerged. So it is something like that. If you hold something and channelize it through something manually or deliberately, it will lose its authenticity. So you should never disturb the flow of life. किसी भी चीज को पकड़ना जकड़ना नहीं है. Just enjoy the flow and things will come to you. Be patient and always thank your elders, your parents, for whatever they have done for you. Because parents, they give their heart, sweat, and blood to raise a child. And child should always be thankful for that. You should never question your parents that what have you done for us? Whatever they have done, it is more than enough. Never ask them anything. And yes, you should always be honest and believe in yourself. Don't copy others.
Yep.
There is one you, unique you, and have that belief in yourself that alone you can do everything in life. You need to be consistent and disciplined. That's it.
Superb. I loved every bit of this powerful message, and especially the analogy of a calm river versus a busy dam. And I really appreciate all the insights. And it's time for you to give feedback. You are one of the very few guests who have been hosted on both Hindi and English platform. So, how is your experience being hosted on
Oh,
TGV
wonderful.
English?
Wonderful experience. Wonderful. I must tell you that everything is so smooth here, and the way you invite people, the way you connect to your speakers, to your guests, and they don't have to do anything because everything is coming one after the other, the links and the mails, and you are so punctual. It starts on time. There are no technical glitches, and everything is clear what we are going to do and for what we are invited. So that is the best thing. And your dedication, the way you present, the way you take this interview, it seems as if I'm sitting with you in a room and we are having this lively conversation over a cup of tea. It never appears to me that I am in a formal, conversation. Thank you so much
Pleasure is
for
mine.
keeping this charm alive. Though it is virtual, but it's so good to speak to you on so many issues and subject.
Thank you so much, Rashmi, and it's wonderful talking to you as always. I love your energy, I love your passion, I love everything about you. Really, it's so nice to hear your thoughts, and I'm glad that we could share your thoughts with our global audience as well this time. So, looking forward to many more episodes. So, thank you once again for spending your valuable time with our TGV community, and really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so friends, that was our episode with Rashmi Kashyap. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. In case if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Guiding Voice podcast from wherever you have tuned in, because subscribing keeps you posted on new episodes, and also you can learn a lot of good stuff. If you have enjoyed this conversation and found it useful, please share with at least 3 of your friends or also colleagues who would also like the Guiding Voice TGV podcast. So spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you. Now let's hop into the trivia segment. We had some good conversation around soul power, inner strength, relationship building. I thought I would present you a few facts related to well-being and mental health, which are also very, very important for leading a successful life. The first one is about global prevalence of mental health disorders. Approximately 1 in 4 people globally will be affected by mental or neurological disorders at some point or the other in their lives. And mental health issues are a leading cause of disability worldwide. And folks, my humble request, don't overlook it. In case if you are seeing any issues with regard to this one in people around you, please speak out and have them consult a doctor or consult a psychologist or somebody, and make sure that they get properly treated or they get the right consultation. Second is about depression and anxiety, and these are the amongst the most common mental health disorders. And over 264 million people suffer from depression globally, and around 284 million suffer from anxiety disorders. By practicing mindfulness and by practicing meditation and some inculcating some healthy habits, by making a little lifestyle changes, I think people can overcome this depression and anxiety very easily. And third is about impact on work productivity. Mental health conditions can significantly impact your work productivity, and mental health conditions are estimated to cost the global economy around $16 trillion between 2010 and 2030 in terms of lost economic output. So, my question to you all is, what are you doing to deal with mental health issues in people around you? Or have you come across any best practices related to dealing with mental health issues or being mindful? Please share with me. You can comment on YouTube video if you are watching it there, or if you have found this episode on some social media platform, you can comment there and be happy to review that. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much once again for taking your time to tune into The Guiding Voice and also for being part of our awesome TGV community. Folks, we would love to hear from you. So do not hesitate to share your ideas, topic recommendations, feedback, guest speaker suggestions, or any other thoughts you may resonate or may not resonate. You can share with me either through social media, or you can also email me at theguidingvoiceforyou@gmail.com, and let's create content that resonates with you. I'm your host Naveen Samala, a lifelong learner, and my goal is to have impactful conversations that improve not only your life but also your career. Until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, the future holds great things because the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you in the next episode with another amazing guest.